Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Playoffs, baby. Let's get it.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Oh, probably should have made my adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's underneath to McCaffrey. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll roll him out right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
He's got to get him out of this formation.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Flush to his right. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's going to be caught by Chargers. Joe Reed.
There we go. There we go.
And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Blake Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Complete to Chase Claypool. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And a Steeler first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards yards, the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Steelers nothing.
It was stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. From the 50, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the Steelers' 35-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert will get that complete to Reed. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Tavon Young in on the tackle. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
The 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He'll decide to keep this once more. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's the option. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tavon Young. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Pitches to McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from the 20. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own
All right,
30-yard
fellas, here we go.
The Charger drive
something out of
about
my
to get
butt.
going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
34-yard line.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and...
Play action, it's Herbert. And he caught right side by Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Pushing his way through. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Herbert off of play action. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. They're only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the option, here's Herbert. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Herbert able to get this one out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.J. Watt. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Badgley now for the Charger field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Pittsburgh.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
Here's the option. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down, Steelers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
End of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Chargers 17, Steelers 6.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
The Steelers.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. And they go with McCaffrey. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Steelers 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 28-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Out to the left here to Reed. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to work. Touchdown, Allen! Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. And incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And off the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 48 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Steelers.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throw here is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. 2nd and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. 5 yards on the pickup. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff again.